A few years ago, I had an incredible opportunity to go hang gliding. It's one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life. Now, on that same day, I also gained some really interesting perspective. See, we were flying at about 2,000 feet, and I was able to look down at the world below me, and I saw a road that I had driven on multiple times before. Now, when I was driving my car on this road, my perspective was quite limited. I could only see as far as the top of the next hill, or maybe the curve in the next corner. But flying at 2,000 feet, I had a much broader perspective. I was able to see down the road, see what was coming. Ultimately, I had a bigger picture view. Julie Morgenstern, in her book, Time Management from the Inside Out, she talks about this idea of a big picture view. She says that the most successful people in life have a big picture view. Now, in the context of business, I'd suggest that a big picture view is made up of two different components. Number one, how much revenue you want to generate in a year. And then secondly, how much time you want to spend working to generate that very revenue. I've had many conversations with business owners over the past, and one of the things that I've seen is that many, if not most business owners, lack this big picture view. They don't have a real direction for their business and ultimately their personal life. And as a result, much of what they do on a day-to-day basis is quite haphazard in nature. They try a little bit of this, a little bit of that, hoping that something sticks and that they can ultimately make a living. But the reality is that they will probably never reach their full potential without having this big picture view. So, if you haven't taken time to establish a big picture view for yourself, go and do that now. Decide how much money you want to make this year, or the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. How much time you want to spend working in order to generate that revenue, and that will then help decide the business model you need to create. And as a result, of course, the target clients, the price points that you need to charge in order to reach these goals. A big picture view is absolutely vital, not just for a successful business, but then ultimately in order for you to run the most efficient business possible. I can share tips and tricks and tools about workflow, efficient workflow, all day long, but none of that really matters if you don't first have a general direction established for yourself. Once you have that big picture view in place, then we can talk about workflow.